Good afternoon, everybody. Double episode today. Really, I should just read the whole thing, but I could read for hours and hours, obviously. Uh, Unfortunately, I do have to work. Anyway, that's just a silly thing. Everybody works. Episode 4 of the greatest story ever recorded. We are on Genesis chapter 4. Let us begin. Cain and Abel. Now Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. In the course of time Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock, and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. That's harking back to what he had just told, Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel's parents. Cain spoke to Abel, his brother. And when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? Love that phrase. Not the questioning of it, but being your brother's keeper. I love that. You are your brother's keeper, brother, sister, whichever. And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I could bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. I am obviously curious about what Nod is. This is like one of the only times, if I remember correctly, that Nod is mentioned. Obviously, there is a thing called the Book of Enoch that goes into some things of that nature. I've not read it. It's obviously not in the Bible. Be cautious. Be cautious with it. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm not a scholar or anything. So, but it would be cool to actually know some more history about Nod, and obviously the other people that may have been there, because obviously Cain goes and finds people, right? As far as I knew, because it says right here, Cain knew his wife. Whoo! Okay. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. When he built a city, he named the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad fathered Mehujael, and Mehujael fathered Methuselah, and Methuselah fathered Lamech. And Lamech took two wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. I need pronunciation help for sure. Biblical names are very, very hard. Adah bore Jubal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of those who play the lyre and pipe. Zillah also bore Tubal-Cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Naima. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain's vengeance is sevenfold, then Lamech's is 77. sevenfold. Keep that in mind, everybody. Sevenfold, 77-fold, 7. Keep that in mind for later on as we get further down into the greatest story ever recorded. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and his name. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and called his name Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. To Seth also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. At that time, people began to call upon the name of the Lord because they understood there was more people, when Enosh was born after Seth. We'll get into that. But this concludes episode 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.